In this session, we'll be reviewing how to use the custom builder to design our product. Now that we know how to sign into the website, locate one of our mini products to customize, and review the product page for those products, we're going to go ahead and dive into actually customizing on them and getting ready to order it. I'm going to just use the JBST8 today. And the first thing I'm going to need to do is make sure that I have my fabric and my lead time selected, so I'm able to press the Customize button. Once this page loads, you're going to see a variety of templates that we have available for this product that are a good jumping off point for your design. The cool thing about this page is you're able to actually hover over each spot to change the fill location color. That way you can kind of preview what it'll look like before you actually dive into the builder. Today we're going to use the Stunner jersey, and I think we're just going to use, let's switch this around a little bit. This is the fun part. We can actually mess around with some of these parts of the builder, and we can get a little bit more creative. That's why I really like this feature. Now that I got my colors picked, I'm just going to go into one of our template designs. Today I'll be using the Stunner. Now that we've loaded into the builder, we're going to have our product preview here on the left-hand side, as well as some of these important buttons, which we'll go over here in a minute. And then on the right-hand side, we'll have our actual design features and options that we'll need to navigate through to set up our design. Here in the preview, you'll have a few controls you'll want to learn. You can right-click to drag the product, left-click to rotate the product, and then zoom in and out using the scroll wheel. I find this can be really helpful because all three of these controls should give you the mobility you need to really zoom in and fine-tune your designs. Just going to reset the position here a little bit, and then we will start adding some design elements. So the first thing I like to mention is that with our fill locations, you're going to go from your biggest area to your smallest area. Commonly, this will be the torso and back down to the collar. Each product, though, and each template will be a little bit different, so what you can do to figure out which location is which is just click the area. So if I click on the front or back here, it's going to open the drop-down menu for location 1, as that is location 1 I clicked on. And similar to that, if I click on the collar, it'll open the location 5 fill. So no more having to kind of troubleshoot and figure out which one of these correlates to which color you see on your jersey. You just click on it, change your color, and keep going. Under each fill location or color location, you're going to have a solid fill option where you can just change the color to one solid color that's in our Archam Pro palette. Beneath that, you'll have the option to add a gradient. By default, this is disabled, and you'll need to add the gradient on. Color 1 will be your top color, and color 2 will be your bottom color in this case. So let's just do something like this. Something I like to mention is that the fill is now completely hidden because I have the gradient on. The only way to see my solid fill now is to click None and get rid of that gradient. I'll go ahead and add the gradient back while I show you the pattern. Similar to pattern, once I add a pattern, it's going to cover up my gradient. We have these selections here in the builder that you could choose from, as well as the different color options that are available. There's quite a variety to choose from. But, like I said, similar to gradient, now that I have the pattern on, my gradient is hidden and my solid fill is hidden. I'll need to make sure I click None to reveal my gradient, and then go back to the gradient menu and do the same thing if I'm looking to just have a solid fill. Each location, most locations, will have the same options for you. The only time you really won't have these, in my experience, is when it's something really small, like a sleeve stripe here. Even then, there are plenty of templates where that option is available. And if you ever want to add that gradient or pattern to that location, you can always send us your design in an email and our graphics team will take care of you. So I already got my colors pretty much set up. So what I can do is just click through, make sure everything lines up. I'm just making sure all the colors are what I'm looking for. Click this line right here, royal. Cool. So yeah, all my blues are the same. I got black. But there could be an easier way to review this, I'm sure. If I download my PDF, it'll give me a PDF file that has this design spec'd out. That way I can actually see which each color is listed. I like this for when you're working with really close values. For example, we have Air Force Blue and Royal Blue. So now I can come and look at the colors and patterns listed here, and I can make sure that that Air Force Blue isn't being used. It's just my Royal Blue. This is also a good way to go ahead and send your design that's in progress to your customer through email. Let's move forward to adding our names and numbers and other decorations.